This is an Icon Ministry production with the support of our ministry partners and donors.
Why did Jesus get baptized? It's confused me for so long. Why would Jesus get baptized when the purpose of baptism is twofold? One is for the gates of heaven to be opened so that we may be baptized, immersed into the body, blood, soul, divinity, into the presence of God, into the life of God, and thus be welcomed into heaven, into the community, into the believing community. Number two is the forgiveness of sins. Jesus had no sins. He was God. Why did he need to be baptized? Well, for one particular reason, I believe, and that is because he wanted to elevate a practice that had been happening. And the reason why he got baptized was because he was about to start his ministry. So it was common practice to be baptized at the beginning of something big, that you are ready to get rid of the old and then start the new. And Jesus was about to begin his ministry and go out into the world to proclaim the gospel, and that would end up with his death and eventual resurrection. But what Jesus did at that moment is that he raised a practice that used to happen for a long time before Christian baptism, and he raised it to a place of grace. He raised it to a sacrament, that it became from now on a place where we could receive the Holy Spirit, be quickened by the Holy Spirit, and be born into his kingdom and enter into his presence by the power of the Holy Spirit, and as a result, be torn away from sin, including generational or original sin. God did the same in marriage. Do you know marriage pre-existed? It pre-existed the wedding at Cana. It was in the Old Testament, but what again Jesus did was he took that sacrament and took that practice and raised it up to a sacrament. This is what God does even today through our baptism. He takes the ordinary and he makes it extraordinary. Jesus wanted to enter into a place where he came to our level to raise us to his level. He took this baptism so that we could receive him in a new birth, in a new life. And not only that, and then from that moment, he commanded us to receive this grace, not because he wants us to be limited, but he knows that we can't do life, we can't follow Jesus without the power of the Holy Spirit, without dying to our own will and being born again in him. So why did Jesus get baptized? Because he wanted to raise that which was ordinary, an ordinary practice, into an instrument, a funnel of grace. Jesus, take my life, my ordinary life, and let my life become a funnel, an instrument of grace to others. Come, Holy Spirit.
This production is only made possible because of the generous support of Icon Ministry partners and donors. Please go to iconministry.com/support to make a donation.